Welcome. Namaskar. Welcome to the world of Musiana. Here we are going to talk and to learn about the music and a particular kind of music which has been global today. Tabla, which is one of the richest cultural heritages of the world. The Western and Indian classical music are the two prime kinds that exist in the world of music today. As far as the rhythm is concerned, the integral and most important subject in the Indian classical music is tabla, as already many of you are aware of. The versatility of the music that comes from the instrument is worldly known. It has been used in many of the classical music of the West, apart from the Indian classical music. It has been used for semi-classical, light classical, non-classical, and many of lighter version of music in India and abroad as well. It has been used in Hollywood and Bollywood and all kind of music, in jazz and fusions and Africans and ethnic and Middle Eastern and Japanese and all kind of music. So the art that we are going to talk today is really global. The source where the tabla comes from, the beliefs of the source, that has been a few. One of the most established ones of the beliefs that it has derived from the both-sided drum called pakhavaj. Dhrupad and dhamar are the two sorts of vocal music where pakhavaj was primarily used, and it was used for accompaniment. Tabla has been famous as an accompanying instrument since many years now, but it was also primarily known as a solo instrument, and the popularity has gradually grown and grown. And so talking about pakhavaj again, when the Dhrupad and Dhamar kind of vocal singing had a lighter form called khayal style of singing needed a reformation of pakhavaj to be accompanied with. So it was given a shape of tabla, it is believed. So that is just a little bit about the source, and that is one of the prime reasons why there are many compositions which are very rich in tune in music. Those are used still in tabla compositions. When we will learn the compositions, the compositional side of tabla, we would definitely talk about some of those pakhavaj compositions and the style of playing of those and all that. Now, slowly coming to the point of playing, the first important factor is the posture of the tabla player. The posture, it is really important to sit in a right posture so that you can play as long as you want and painlessly. We often talk about compositions right in the beginning, but I think since this is a posture of doing sadhana, and most of us in the world don't sit cross-legged and on this kind of position for a longer period of time for any other professions. But this is a most needed one. Usually, from the wrong positioning and imperfect posture of sitting, it can cause you and end up giving pain on starting from shoulder to the elbow to the wrist, and most effectively to the back. The source of the hand, where it comes from, usually from the elbow we should use it as a lever, so that if we have the hand resting on the tabla, since we need to have the part from the wrist loose so that we can move forward and backward as we want. So the rest of the part of the hand should be pretty fixed from here, and this should be acting as a lever. So when you rest it, then this part of the hand is loose. When you lift it up, then this gets stiff because you need this part of the hand loose. So that's why the source of the hand, as I was talking about, becomes stiff. So maybe once in a while in the morning, we need to do some back stretch as well, because slowly and eventually you grow a back pain. So that is why posture, sitting posture, should be very, very well taken care of. I would recommend to use a cushion underneath when you sit. And when you sit cross-legged, the positioning of the drums, you should have the right hand drum sort of in the middle of the two corners of the knee. If not right in the middle, maybe a little inside. So that is the placement of the tabla, the right hand drum, and the baya would be on the left of it. Even then, it would look straight as you sit there. And as I was saying, the positioning of the hands from the wrist, we don't use the whole hand pretty straight like this when we play. It's a little broken from here, and it's a little relaxed posture that we should follow. It should be bent from here, and while playing, you should either look down or you should look straight to the audience, so that you should have a complete normal look. The expression should be absolutely normal, and you need to make sure the entire arm, elbow, and hand is completely relaxed, so there is no tension whatsoever. Now, the second important thing, the finger movements, the basic playing movements. We, as I said, we use the hand from the wrist here. Sometimes the whole hand we use, including the palm, to play. There are different strokes, different compositions where it is needed. So basically the whole hand is used, but for the finger technique, we use 3 fingers. If we think about the finger starting from the thumb is 1, first finger, then the index, the second one, then the middle finger, which is the third one, then the ring finger, which is the fourth one, and the little finger, which is the fifth one. Now, for the posture to have a complete normal look, as I was saying, it should be like this. It should not be like that or like this. So, which is very important right from the beginning to follow. Because the main playing fingers are the second, third, and the fourth, where the little finger should be there with the fourth one. So that is why I'm saying the thumb should not be like this, the little finger should not be out of the tabla. So they all should be very much together, because when we play with the index finger, the thumb is there to support it, to give it strength. And when we play with the middle finger or the ring finger, the little finger is there together to give it strength also to the other half. So that is why the finger movements and the positioning of the fingers, that is very, very important. Once it is wrong, then we will have to suffer throughout our life if we want to play tabla. So the positioning, basically, if we think about the stroke finger, the main stroke finger, which is the index one on the right hand drum, it should be coming from this way and stroking here on the edge. So it should be this kind of a position for the index finger to stroke. And at times the middle finger and the ring finger both come together, at times they come separately. And for the index finger to stroke, the supporting finger is the ring finger, which is the fourth one, this one. The part of the ring finger that touches here under the black part, so the part of the ring finger is just the corner of the tip underneath the black part, and then we can stroke with the index. And this is how more or less the fingers, how they are positioned, essentially right in the beginning for the beginner strokes. And more or less the 75% of the fingers are used of these three, like second, third, and fourth, for playing in the beginning. I would recommend that we follow the steps, and we would, as we go ahead with learning different things, we would talk about these things again and again. And just remember, first of all, your posture, the sitting position, the fingering positioning as we talked today, they should be very, very strictly followed. Thank you very much.